One of the danger spots in any college football season. Ranked teams against unranked opponent. And we'll see if the upset can shake up the rankings in this one. Welcome, everyone, to Acrisure Stadium, home of the Pitt Panthers. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Nebraska Cornhuskers, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Pittsburgh Panthers. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. Cornhuskers will kick it away to start us off. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Panthers offense will go to work first. They got an incredibly efficient performance from this guy last time out. Now, Jesse, it's about making that a consistent thing.
Yeah, I think the most impressive thing watching that tape back from his last game is the ball never touched the ground, David. It was amazing. And it wasn't that he was so accurate throwing the ball deep down the field. It's just that the ball...
Turning it on! And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on.
Nice job getting outside, right? Those running backs, they get on those tracks, they run outside. Now they're in the open field. It's so tough. Those safeties are flying down, try to get an angle, but you could tell the speed sets them up, makes the big play out to the left.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Got the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people.
Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown, Pitt! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
This quarterback really does a nice job seeing the field and reading coverage. And when you go empty and you spread the defense out, it's easier to see what the defense is doing.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the score comes on a touchdown pass covering 28 yards. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Nebraska's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And this running game might have a huge advantage when they get to the second level of this defense, David.
Well, and this is a big challenge. Like, you're overmatched. You understand that this guy is a top-shelf player. And I'll be honest, this defense has kind of struggled a little bit this season. But this individual matchup, you got to get him on the ground. You got to find a way to corral him, slow him down. He can't be the game record. If that's the case, it's going to be too easy for this offense.
And if you're on offense, you got to be thinking, let's dominate in the trenches and let's get our star running back into the second level against this linebacker. We've got an athletic advantage at that position. So if we can free him up into the second level of this defense, make him make guys miss, those are going to be explosive plays for the offense.
Shotgun snap on 3rd down. He finds a dead spot in the middle. Coming through with that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. And the Huskers have it with a 1st and 10. He'll keep it himself. Oh, what a move. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. The Huskers are moving quickly down the field. Off the play fake on 1st down. Working that left side now. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. looking to throw on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Well, the defense watched film last week. They saw this running back catch multiple passes, and that hasn't been the case today. They are clamping down on him, always aware of him, especially in the passing game, and so far they've taken him away.
There he goes. Runs through the tackle.
A lot of times when you think about speed back, speed, you think on the edge. You don't think in between the tackles. You don't think about breaking tackles. They try to break your ankles. The problem is when you're trying to run there as fast as you possibly can, a lot of times you don't get to put a good hit on them, and in turn you see.
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
And really good job getting to the quarterback. That's priority number one, trying to get pressure on him, get him to the ground as a bonus. They had 6 sacks in their last game. They got to keep building on that number if they want to keep stacking wins.
The Cornhuskers will send out the punt unit. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Gets his first one of the day off. He was called on 4 times in last week's win. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Past the first down marker and still running. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
I tell you, the defense is going to have to do a much better job containing these outside run plays. They better be able to funnel the football back to the middle of the field because this guy with his speed can kill you like he did on that outside run play there to the left.
Makes the catch. It's Kane. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set at the 41.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the second drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework.
Oh, there's an alley on the left. Touchdown, Panthers. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
They'll go up top on second and short. He's got him. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Wants to throw on first down. Makes the grab. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
Power football with the run. Nice move. Create some space. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. And the Huskers are on the move. right back to the well. And a short gain here in the first quarter will come to a close. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Looking to fire. Got it set up on the outside. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. The Huskers come to the line on third and short, looking to keep this drive moving. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Complete to the left. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep.
Well, a field goal kicker can step away from the net and go sit down, grab some water. They're not going to need him just quite yet. That was a great play call. Throwing the ball on third and short infield. They get the completion, now setting up first and goal.
First and goal and a touchdown here really gives them momentum. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. Looking for just one more yard. It's second and goal. Tries again to get it in. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
This has been really good for the defense, too. It's kind of a bend-don't-break mentality, right? Really bowing up with your backs against the wall. If you can win this next third down, try to force the opponent into a field goal, that's a win if you're on defense.
Wants to throw for it on third and goal. And it's picked off at the goal line. That's one way to make a stop. He's at the 50. The 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Panther! And they turn it into a defensive score. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Etienne. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They just haven't been able to get anything going, and they better get started or it's going to get away from them, David.
Yeah, and these are the weeks that you really wish that you were playing a video game, and you could just reset the console, start over, Jesse, and make something better happen early.
They just look like they're sleepwalking in this first half, and it's not just one guy. They just haven't been playing collectively as a unit. And if I'm the head coach, I'm considering starting to give some other dudes some chances here.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Back to pass. The quick out. Changing on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
They'll move the wide receiver. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver in different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Got a man. It's Etienne. Still on his feet. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. The Cornhuskers are rolling down the field. Leaves it with the running back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Sends it back in motion. Wants to go up top. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They'll give it to the back. Breaks into the open. Touchdown, Pittsburgh! He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him.
And this crowd was already jacked up. They were already excited. They were already making a difference in this football game, and the offense continues to pile on and give them something to cheer about. 27-0 here in the first half. This has been all home team.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. He threw a pick the last time they had it. Now they have to take care of the football. Takes the handoff, and he's going right. He stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying it and have had very little success.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Got his man downfield. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down. And the Huskers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. That's caught. It's Etienne. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
And man coverage, when they get up in your face, they make things hard. You want to be able to attack the whole field and get them leaning one direction and then break outside like you did there. Nice out route connection. Nice chemistry between quarterback and wide receiver.
They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10. And this is a really important series of plays, a chance to cut into the lead just before halftime. A first down run on the doorstep. Driving its way all the way down to the 3-yard line. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Going to sling it on 2nd down. He just got rid of that one to save the down. Didn't see anything he liked. Twice they've been denied touchdowns in the red zone, and now it's 3rd and goal. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. And here they come to give it another shot on 3rd and goal from the 3. From the gun, wants to pass. Big fella moving. Touchdown, Nebraska! The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive.
And they didn't start this first half the way you wanted to, but at least they're ending on a positive note. At least they're saying, guys, we put a drive together. We scored. We need some plays to go our way, but the offense has got some positive momentum, and that is a great thing going into the half.
He'll try to tack on one more. The extra point is good, but they're still down 28-7. So executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David, is sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the second half.
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Across the 45. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. One more snap coming before halftime. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And he's able to get some positive yardage before he's brought down, and that'll bring us to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. What a scene there in Pittsburgh. What a fine performance we've seen. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. And with that, let's send it back to the guys on the north side of Pittsburgh.
And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on fourth downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me too.
They're going to ride this running back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
To the air on second down. Right on the money. Oh, he's got some space. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down. The Huskers with the 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Give to the running back. Trying to impose their will on the ground as he stopped after a 5-yard pickup to the 33. After trying the running game, let's see if they do it again on second down. Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. Makes the grab. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Nice patience by the quarterback there. He had his receiver running a crossing route, but the QB knew it was zone coverage, so he's got to be careful and make sure that he hits him in a window. And he did that right there.
From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Bought a little time, lets it go. He's got it. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. The play action fake. He's got it. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. He'll do it himself. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Huskers!
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. Their lead down to 2 touchdowns as they go back to work on this drive. The give to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Pitt right back to the line. Quarterback making checks. Second down, he'll throw it. The throw. That's reeled in. It's Kane. At midfield, he's got room. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40. They used the chunk play to cross midfield, and they've got it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. From the gun. Give on the inside. Crosses the 30. He's got away. And how much running room have they been able to find just all day? They are piling up unbelievable rushing stats. The Panthers, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. They're going to go right back to him on first down. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Looking to fire. Here comes the heat. He's got it on the move. Touchdown, Pitt. A great catch and run for 6.
And there's so many targets to focus on and so many elite playmakers, and they just lost him. They lost the running back out of the backfield. He catches the football, does the rest, takes it into the end zone. What a nice weapon to have on your team.
35, Nebraska, 14.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be...
Turning it on! Fires to the tight end. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, it's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do...
He's running free down the middle. Inside the... And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Cornhuskers.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender? With his speed, he was gone.
21.
And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. Their lead now down to 14. Might feel a little game pressure on this drive. Looking for room. It's stopped. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your foot in the ground. Pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. The sure hands, it's Kane. And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains and they'll mark it at the 44. Pitt pushing the pace.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. That's the end of the period, and Pittsburgh has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. So the final period starts with a second down play. They think there's room to run to the right here. This time they stop him in the backfield, and that has been a rare sight in this game tonight. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Still looking, on the move. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
4th down, coming up.
On 4th down, going to the air. This will be picked off, maybe just the turning point they needed. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They'll start this drive going to the air. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
Well, we've got a close game here at the start of the 4th quarter, right? This team obviously is down, but they're not playing it close to the vest. Being aggressive, first play of the drive, trying to throw it down the field.
What a job to lay out and make the catch. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. New set of downs after the completion. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Wide open downfield. There he goes. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to pass. A little screen to the running back. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. The Cornhuskers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. Going for it all. Touchdown, Nebraska! And the comeback is on.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt. Find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute. Build this lead a little bit bigger. Put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. He might want another play. He wants to throw it. Gets it out fast. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? This is what got this team in this position to win this game. Aggressive offense, taking shots. Here we are in the fourth quarter. They've got the lead. Why stop now?
To the air on first down. Got it in the middle, it's Kane. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And I think this is where coaches really earn their money late in games, right? It's in the fourth quarter. You got the lead. Do you want to stay conservative and run the football? Because I see the defenses, they start to get aggressive, and so sometimes you can take the other hand and take advantage of it.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
Finds his man. It's gone. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down. Pittsburgh going to work with a fresh set of downs. On the run, it's Scott. Found a little running room, and they get him stopped after a pickup of 6 to the 32. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And the Panthers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Panthers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. That's caught. It's Kane. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And the Panthers didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. They'll run it out of the shotgun. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Pitt right back to the line. Motion from the wideout. To the left. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
Well, this guy's been eating them alive all game long. Finally, though, David, you wonder if the defense has been able to make some adjustments and find something positive to help slow this guy down.
Hey, baby steps, right? That's a tackle for a loss. I know he's got over $100 on the game, but this defense is definitely going to have to be more aggressive, commit more guys to stopping that bad man.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Pulls it in. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Panthers. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
And he tacks on the extra point. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, the windows right now to throw into are getting smaller and smaller. How about the defender that time breaking on the ball? It was the hit that caused the incompletion.
He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35. It's a first down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up tempo. Wants to throw on first down. Pulls it in. Touchdown, Huskers! And here they come, almost all the way back.
Well, the good news is you scored a touchdown. You've made this a one-possession game. The bad news is you got to get the ball back. So if you're the head coach, you got to start thinking, how are we going to do that? Are we going onside kick, or do we trust our defense to give it back to the O?
On to attempt the try.
Kicker is on for the extra point.
And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. Just over a minute and a half to play as they line up for the onside kick in what is likely their last gasp in this game. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. One possession game, getting late, first order of business, just take care of the football.
So they call this situation 4-minute offense, where you're trying to run the football and throw high percentage passes to maintain possession and bleed the clock. This is a very difficult point of the game to execute at a high level, though.
Yeah, and listen, what you understand as an offense is if I get 1 or 2 first downs, this ball game's over. And that's your sole objective. Not scoring, take care of the football, get a few first downs, walk out with the W.
And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the fourth.
And, man, it can be dangerous when quarterbacks get outside the pocket. They can stress your defense so bad. You better chase them. You got to keep running as hard as you can.
Fires toward the end zone. And he's got it for the touchdown, and that one just might do it.
Well, they get the touchdown when they needed it.